Hey, what's up guys? Malt here, and something serious is about to happen. So we're gonna go looks like he's fast asleep. I don't want to go alone, but I want to keep Dylan so isolated from all this if I possibly can. That's always a good sign. Wait, what the hell? Was this always open? We're on the 9th floor. Best take the elevator unless the building's on fire. Okay. I guess that's not the way up. Alright, so the convenience store is right here. No, it's right here. Where's the payphone? Oh, there it is. Thought you specialize in onigiri. Nope, jelly donuts. Call Livewire. What was it again? 555-548-39473. I had to prank them. So I guess now I head to the warehouse. I think I kind of remember what's going on with this whole situation. Kind of. I don't entirely remember anymore. That's a prison. Where's the warehouse? Or was not that? I think I just passed it. Yeah, sorry, it's on the map. There it is. Warehouse number 8, Old Warehouse District, January 9th, 4:27 a.m. Livewire? Are you here? They must be here somewhere. Hello again, Miss Aquila. I've come to talk. I wonder when I might see you again. I hear you're becoming quite the illegal street racer. Tell me, is it exhilarating? Or like terrifying? I assume you aren't here to ask about racing tips. No. Some time ago you allowed me to borrow a crucial piece of evidence to exonerate Terry Scrub, the Black Lily. That's right. When I returned it, you said I could call on you if I ever needed to. Correct. In that case, I have some unanswerable questions. Tonight up at the Ross Spire there was a woman. That is not unusual. Let me finish. This woman, she was talking to the King of Spades about something. Part of me suspects she's related somehow to how the teams have been approached by a wealthy sponsor. She was wearing a bespoke suit, and I think she was Japanese. Why did you come to ask me this? Her mannerisms, her eyes. There's a coldness in them, and when she appeared, it was like I'd seen a ghost. You know this person? That's just it. I feel like I do. Your memory of her is dim. It's like a shadow of a memory wrapped in a feeling. In a way, when I picture her face, it's like I can picture her more clearly than anyone else I've ever known. More than Anya, more than Dylan. I guess the closest comparisons I have are the loose memories of my parents. But just as my mind reaches for her, the memory fizzles out, like ink washing down a drain. I see. I couldn't sleep, so I thought I would ask you about her. I feel you may have asked me a question that only you can answer. Damn. Well, I suppose it was worth a try. But if I am to suggest, before the game is up, a true master uses every piece on the board, from the lowliest pawn to the mighty queen. Watch for long enough, and perhaps you will identify this piece by its movements. I would be patient. Not quite the answer I was looking for. The prudent moves seldom are. I have some unanswerable questions. Clara Mass. Have you been following the events about the Rostro racist trial? Of course you have. Nothing in this case makes sense. Clara was behind and then in front and then dead. And the motives caused her to lose the race. The motives that caused her to lose the race are piling up. You are losing sight of the problem, Miss Aquila. Above the pieces on the board is the hand that moves them. But that hand is connected to the player, and those moves are an extension of their strategy. When a player confronts another, they play. But if the strategy of the player is known beforehand, the game is lost before it has even begun. One of these days a straight answer would be nice. I have some unanswerable questions before it has begun. Indeed. A true chess master has a strategy which is flexible and adapts to changing circumstances. You were struggling because I lack the evidence to flip my assumptions, I know. I'm not Anya, she was always better at that. Wrong. What? A novice player may imitate the moves of a grandmaster, but they cannot claim to be a master themselves. Rather, they are just skilled at mimicry, like some sort of imposter. Very good, Miss Aquila. An imposter may be very convincing, but even if they take their master's hat and cloak, they'll just look all the more foolish when they're unmasked. You sound like Ryoko. Resisting that I'm imitating Anya and that won't work this time, is that it? I'm simply talking about chess. You know, I came here looking for answers and you've only given me questions. And I'll leave you with one more. The first move in this particular case. Do you know when it was? The first move? Does he mean the event that started all this? That was Clara's death. I mean, I guess I was nearby. Yes, at least I think so. I was at the Roster Vista parking lot and around the time Clara died. Really? Are you certain? Yeah, my guess was that Clara died before, like before this incident somehow, and then she was like posed in the car. That's something that would make sense to me, especially because I kind of got a hint at that when it said Clara was busy as one of my evidence things, because someone was trying to contact her and she wouldn't answer. Certain? Well, yeah. The first move. What does that even mean? This is the end of the day. It is recommended that you save your game to a new file before you continue. You can also save at any time from the main menu screen. Would you like to save your game? Yeah! Yeah! Aquila Defense and Law Office says January 9th, 8:14 a.m. Oh, sound effects. ASMR time. This is also a good water break time. That couch is surprisingly comfortable. It's weird though. Did you go somewhere last night? Oh, about that. I couldn't sleep, so I went for a walk around the block. Nina, are you okay? Last night I don't think I've ever seen you so shaken up. It's fine, really. I heard you mumbling in your sleep. Something about whether or not you knew that person. Did you work out who it was? No, but maybe it'll come to me. Either way, we've got a job to do. Okay, but if you want to talk about it, thanks. You ready for court? Good to go, boss. Let's go to the courthouse. Oh, it's a court day. I keep forgetting that. Let's go. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. District Courthouse, Courtroom B, January 9th, 8:52 a.m. Great, looks like Ren got here on time. Let's meet up with him and then get to the bench. Hi again. You want me on the bench like last time? That'd be great, Ren. So, what's the plan? The first move. I was about to ask the same. Nina? Hey, Space Cadet! Sorry, I was lost in thought there for a sec. What's the plan? I think... Okay, we need to accept something. We don't know for certain how Clara died. Seems to me that's stating the obvious. No, not just us three. I'm not sure anyone knows. As far as we're aware, there's no direct evidence which proves a theory. Isn't that bad? Not necessarily. It means that Chad probably doesn't have a definitive evidence either. I think I'm starting to get it. Our goal today is to filibuster. We need to be economical. We dispute Chad's witnesses with an aim to securing another day of investigation. Got it? Got it. Okay, boss. So we're trying to delay this to third day. Hello again, Miss Aquila. Chad. I've heard you're taking to drifting. Only when the mood suits me. Really. Careful you don't drift right off course. Yeah, well maybe... How does he always time those barbs just before Tani walks in? It's like a gift or something. All rise for the Honorable Judge Tani. Please be seated. We are here to resume the trial of the three defendants. Keisuke Akagi, also known as the Ace of Diamonds, Hank Castle, also known as the Ace of Hearts, and Jocelyn Montefiore, also known as the Ace of Clubs. These individuals were involved in actions which led to the death of Clara Mass, a wealthy socialite, also known as the Ace of Spades. At the first trial day, it was agreed that the prosecution will yield a charge of murder in the first degree, i.e., the defendants do not stand accused of premeditated murder. However, they remain accused of several offenses, namely murder by reckless endangerment and involuntary manslaughter, as well as murder in the second degree. Your Honor? To be clear, it is still my personal opinion that one of the defendants is guilty of first-degree murder. However, it's true that 2 days ago, the opposing bench has suggested there was no direct evidence of this. It is therefore the opinion of the prosecution that a non-premeditated murder may have taken place. Non-premeditated what? They're saying the prosecution still believes that Clara was killed on purpose. So maybe the murder was a snap decision in the moment. Though, Chad's continued belief that there was a premeditated murder is troubling. As much as I rarely agree with him, Chad has good instincts. Why does he still believe a first-degree murder took place? We are choosing to pursue a murder in the second degree on that basis. Regardless, I'm confident of one thing. Before the end of today, the defendants will be found guilty of at least one of the charges. I'd like to continue, Miss Aquila. Please do, Your Honor. Mr. Hawk, please restate the prosecution's case. Immediately. Your Honor, whilst our earlier pieces of evidence did not sway the court, it remains that Clara Mass is dead. And she died during an illegal street race with three defendants. We believe that at least one of those three is directly responsible. As we are lacking in direct evidence, we'll instead discuss compelling motives for murder. And we'll do this via witness testimony. Compelling motives, huh? He must have something pretty good. Thank you, Mr. Hawk, for your summary of the case. Bailiff, please bring in the defendants. Three of you are aware of the charges put forth by the prosecution. How do you plead? Not guilty, Your Honor. Not guilty, Your Honor. Not guilty, Your Honor. Mr. Castle, Mr. Akagi, and Ms. Montefiore, the court recognizes your plea. Prosecution, please bring forth your first witness. Okay, Chad, let's see who you call. The prosecution calls Hank Castle to the stand. Order! Me? Hank, but he's a defendant. Nina, can Chad do that? Yes, he can. Being a defendant doesn't preclude you from being a witness. Still, what's your game, Chad? I refuse, Mr. Castle. You can't simply refuse. You don't have that right. You may take the fifth, in which you do, you in fact refuse to testify under oath. But as a judge, I would advise you that this would not look favorably upon your collective case. Your Honor, may I interject? Hank, as your representation, I strongly advise you testify. You can't ask me to stand against the other aces. I can't. I won't. Hank, remember, this is why Nina's here. It'll be okay. You're being asked to testify, not to accuse anyone. Fine. Let's just get it over with. Mr. Castle, can you please confirm your name and occupation as a witness? Hank Castle. During the day, I work for a TV production company. Goodness, what sort of television? Well, right now we're working up a show for one of the streaming networks. It's based upon a popular manga, Japanese comic strip about a girl. Make shows about girls with magical powers, Your Honor. They're aimed at the preteen female demographic. Chad seemed to come out with that really quickly. At night, I'm the Ace of Hearts, the leader of the Burning Hearts, one of the 4 established racing teams at the Rostro Spire. Would you say then that you knew the victim, Clara Mass, quite well? We were friends. All of us were. Mr. Castle, is it not more true that you were rivals? I don't see the distinction. We frequently clash with each other out on the track. It's different. It's like a conversation between equals. Someone like you wouldn't understand. Cute. I do understand one thing, though, Mr. Castle. As Joker, Clara had the casting vote on all issues concerning roster racers as a group. That's true. And in that role, there was never any animosity between you. You're digging. Perhaps, but I'm an efficient excavator. There were no disagreements, no bad blood. What do you want me to say? We didn't always see eye to eye, but we've been friends for years. Don't you ever fall out with any of your friends? Your Honor? Yes, Mr. Hawk? The prosecution would like Mr. Castle to make a statement about this topic, namely his relationship with Clara Mass. Clara Mass. Of course. Mr. Castle, are you ready to make a statement on this topic? Fine. Witness statement. Clara was a unique person, dynamic, strong-willed, but fair. She led and we followed. Obviously, we had a rivalry. We were the aces of rival teams. Sometimes there was animosity, but it was the life that we led. Very well, Miss Aquila. You may begin your cross-examination. Of course, Your Honor. I don't get it. Chad must feel as though Hank has a skeleton in the closet. Could have seen that it's something to do with the argument we saw yesterday up at the mountain. Stand against it and you just get washed away. Hank's not gonna like it. But we can only deal with problems when we know about them. I trust Hank. I trust all 3 of the aces, so whatever it is, it can't be as bad as Chad thinks it is. What is he thinking? Cross-examination time. Clara was a unique person, dynamic, strong-willed, but fair. Give me a second to save before I do anything else. Alright.
Hold it!
Dynamic, strong-willed. She knew her stuff, and knew her own mind. Clara might have been wealthy, but her fortune was self-made. Some kind of, I think it was aerospace components? I see. She had a lot of connections to people in and around Fledge City. Businesses, lobbyists, and the like. He was a natural socialite. All very interesting, but I question its relevance. True. Still, a bit of context never hurt anyone. She led and we followed.
Hold it!
As Joker, she was your leader, correct? Yeah. Clara, as Joker, had the casting vote on everything. We're not a democracy, more a meritocracy. Clara was the best, so she made the decision that we had to fall into line. That's just the way that roster races have always worked ever since the 80s. I think I'm starting to see why Chad wanted Hank on the witness stand. Do you feel this is important? Yes, I believe it's important. Very well. Witness, can you please add this statement to your testimony? Fine. She was Joker. That means she had the casting vote on all decisions.
Hold it!
Sorry, Hank. And as her friend, you were always happy with her actions? I was. I respected her.
Objection!
Leading question, Your Honor. I'm forced to agree, Mr. Hawk. Mr. Aquila, you will refrain from phrasing the statement as a question. Also, Mr. Castle, may I remind you that you're under oath? Here it comes. We had a falling out. We've been approached by a sponsor, someone who wanted to invest in the Burning Hearts. We can't name them for contractual reasons, but who they are isn't really important. And what happened? Aren't you meant to be on my side? Answer the question, Mr. Castle. Clara, she just got in the way. She was so stubborn. Everyone on the mountain wanted to go legit. It was a chance to realize a dream. It offered us a future. But she had this romantic image of us staying independent, driving just for its own reward. It was infuriating. You couldn't collectively outvote her or something? That's not how it works. She was Joker, and she'd made her decision. Meaning that to solve your collective problem, you'd need to convince her, defeat her, or remove.
Objection!
Your Honor, that is baseless speculation. I agree. Mr. Hawk, please do not speculate. Apologies, Your Honor, but would it not be reasonable to suggest that this forms a basis for a motive? A motive which could apply universally to all three of the aces? Very well, witness. Can you please add this to your statement? Fine. Everyone on the mountain wanted to go legit, and she was just so obstinate.
Hold it!
What do you think she was so obstinate as you put it? Beats me. It was weird, almost personal. She had some deep-seated desire to keep the roster races independent. It's admirable, but foolish in the long term. I thought that mountain racing would eventually come to an end unless we moved on. Obviously, we had a rivalry. We were the Ace of Rivals team. Aces of Rival teams.
Hold it!
Did you ever think that having a team-based rivalry could cause a problem? Not really. The teams are a long-held tradition. In truth, though, it's just a professional rivalry. We all hang out regardless of team affiliation. Some people even date those from other teams. Sometimes there was an animosity, but it was just the life we lead.
Hold it!
What sort of animosity? Temporary fallouts, arguments, that sort of thing. But as long as I've been the Ace of Hearts, which is about 5 years now, it's always been the little bits of friction, never anything major. Aren't we pushing Hank a bit hard? We're trying to make sure the court doesn't find him guilty. True, but Chad obviously feels there's a motive buried under all this. We just need to find out what it is. We can only work with what we know. Secrets don't help anyone. Alright. So I'm pretty sure I gotta do something with the second statement here that I pulled out. This one. Everyone on the mountain wanted to go legit, and she was just so obstinate. I think I can present something for this related to the fights that were happening. Let's see here. Hearts team. Oh yeah. All the drivers in the same team use the same car except for one of them. Something's going on with the Hearts team. Okay. No. Jack and Queen of Spades took their cars on vacation to Japan. They left 5 days ago and will return in 2 weeks. Heart of the Drift. Useless tire track analysis, waylaid wheel. Nope, these are not useful. Oh, buyout refusal. The Diamonds refused a buyout offer from an anonymous source. Yeah, so not everybody wanted to go.
Objection!
Chad. And also, yes, there's more than one objection sound. Yes, Aquila, you said earlier that you felt that if Clara had been their obstacle to accepting sponsorship, that this would have been a universal motive for the Aces, correct? I did. Why? Mr. Castle, Hank, yes? You just said that everyone on the mountain wanted to go legit. But is that really true? It's not. Keisuke, well, you said that... I said that the Diamonds wanted to explore avenues that could make us go legit. More legit, but I never agreed to selling out to a corporate sponsor. But the club said we had no strong feelings either way. We wanted to go with the majority. Order. Your Honor, the defense asserts that this is far from a universal motive shared among the Aces. Mr. Castle could have still had this motive. We've been over this. Hank's car bore no damage, and there is no evidence that he shunted Clara off the road. It's the same for all three of the defendants. You were just willing to overlook that for a moment while you proposed a motive that hung up on a collusion. But without that, this motive alone is flimsy at best. Mr. Hawk, I must agree with Miss Aquila in this instance. All three of these individuals were in the race, so if one had acted alone, it is reasonable to consider that the others would have seen this happening. If the possibility of collusion has been called into question, that renders this line of inquiry as null and void. Yes, Your Honor. It seems reasonable. Chad looks almost... He looks like he expected that. Not good. Very well, Your Honor. If this witness can't provide a motive that suggests collusion, then I request that we move on to my next witness. One that has posed a far simpler, more insidious motive. Envy. The prosecution calls... How could you? All of you. How can you just stand there and feign innocence? Ryoko, I don't want to hear it. We're just as confused as you are. Yeah, I'm sure. Your Honor? And you! I must protest. Willing to defend those murderers. Breathe, Nina. Don't antagonize her. Ryoko, I appreciate the last few days have been really hard on you. Oh, come off it! You appreciate nothing. Stop pretending you understand how I feel. Fine. The three aces have hired me as their attorney, and I intend to do that job to the utmost of my ability. Even if they are a trio of murderers, this is going nowhere. Your Honor, yes, Miss Aquila? The defense would like to ask the purpose of calling Ryoko Kamiyama to the stand. Hey, given that she did not witness the events firsthand, surely anything she has to say is hearsay? Stop it. A fair observation, Mr. Hawk. Your Honor, Miss Kamiyama has taken the stand as a character witness. She contacted the prosecutor's office of her own volition, and insisted that she be allowed to testify. Stop talking to me like I'm not standing right here. You three aces, you three losers, you just had to be on top. You just had to win by any means. I'm not going to just let the three of you get away with this. Why is it that you all went into that race with something to lose? Yet somehow I lost the most. She really is hurting, and I can hear it in her voice. Be that as it may, to get these proceedings back on track, please state your name and occupation for the record. I'm Ryoko Kamiyama, also known as the Queen of Hearts. I work as a graphic designer for a small independent firm. And you've been in the street racing group for some time? Over a year. I see. Did you know the victim? Yes, extremely well. Psst, Nina. I think Ryoko and Clara are dating, right? Why doesn't Ryoko just say that? I know Ryoko enough to know that she's out, but maybe Clara wasn't. Oh, I get it. Ms. Aquila, do you have something to add? No, Your Honor. Miss Kamiyama, how did you come to be involved in the night in question? I was up on the mountain on the night Clara died, just as usual, as part of the Burning Hearts team. In fact, I... Take your time. The race had gone on too long. People started to wonder why. I decided to go investigate, but I ran to Trey Gearson, who missed the start of the race. Then Stan Ren, he said that Marco had called the police. Marco was always meddling. I was worried that he was trying to disrupt the race to get his perfect photograph. Trey and I decided to drive down to the course to see what had happened. We rounded a corner and saw... those three. The defendants? Yes. They were standing over Clara's... Yoko. Over Clara's body. I see. Then what happened? We argued. Trey and I told those three to back off until the police arrived. That's when I checked for a pulse. I touched her neck and she was ice cold. Goodness, that soon? It was particularly cold that evening and the body was like... Okay, I'm pretty sure she died before. They're trying to hint at it now. Her body was lying on an icy road. As soon as I touched her, I knew. I knew that they'd done it. I may not know how, but I know why. In that case, Miss Kamiyama, please make your formal statement. Witness statement. All of you. Each of you envied Clara. None of you could even hold a candle to her, and deep down you knew it. Hank, you could never match her in the corners. Jocelyn, you could never beat her on the straights. Keisuke could never match her on shifting skills. You saw a chance to eliminate her. It's just too convenient to be a coincidence. I don't get it. She didn't say anything about Clara's death, at least nothing concrete. How can she testify like that? Chad's already said that she's here as a character witness. It means she's just working out for first-hand knowledge of the people involved. The judge will weigh it up as less than truly relevant evidence. But as our clients are on shaky ground, it might be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Thank you, Miss Kamiyama. Miss Aquila, please begin your cross-examination. Gladly, Your Honor. Ryoko, I can see you're in pain. Anyone in your position would be. I can't help but feel that after today. You might never speak again. But I won't let your anger jeopardize my clients' lives. They didn't kill Clara, can't you see that? Let's save real quick before I forget. Not that button. Alright. Let's go.
Hold it!
Your Honor. Yes, Miss Aquila? Are we to take these statements at face value?
Objection.
She's a character witness, Aquila. She still needs to qualify her statements. Otherwise, she could just say anything. Oh, you need receipts? Examples? I've got plenty. Hank, you could never match her in the corners.
Hold it!
Isn't Hank the ace of hearts? Oh, he's good, alright, but Hank's hot-blooded nature was never... You're out of line, Ryoko. Control yourself, Mr. Castle. See what I mean? Claire had immense mental discipline. She was always calm under pressure, which translated to beautiful, smooth cornering. Hank couldn't begin to understand the depth of her skill. Jocelyn, you could never beat her on the straights.
Hold it!
The rest of the club seemed to respect Jocelyn. Those has-beens. They haven't fielded a Joker in years. Jocelyn's a weak person, and that makes her weak on the throttle. How can you just say such awful things? Oh wow, she's practically crying just from that. Claire was the strongest person I've ever known. No speed terrified her. If in doubt, flat out. Jocelyn's driving was a pale imitation at best. It says imitation at best, but I think it's imitation. Keisuke, you can never match her shifting skills.
Hold it!
Other diamonds disagree with your assessment of Keisuke. That's just it. My assessment, my analysis. There's no formula for a perfect racer. I beg to differ. Oh really, Keisuke? Then how come you weren't Joker? In fact, the more I think about it, you were all just treated her as a rival when she thought of you as her friend. And you betrayed her. You feel this is important, Aquila? Yes. Very well, witness. Can you please add this to your statement? No problem. I don't think any of you ever showed her one moment of true friendship. You used her. Don't I have a picture of them hanging out? Yeah, okay.
Objection!
Ryoko, what? The aces were never friends? Never. Really? Not for a single moment. Are you certain? Ms. Aquila, is that a photograph? Yes, Your Honor. Taken not so long ago by Marco West. So? Ryoko, do you think the other aces are good actors? What? The affection in the photo. It looks awfully convincing. What does this have to do with anything? Ryoko, why do you believe the aces were only pretending to be Claire's friends? Because they wanted to be on top. They all want to be Joker no matter the cost. That's what Tooge Junkin racing is all about. Do you feel this is important? Yes. Yes, I believe it's important. Very well. Can you please add this to your statement? Fine. Wow, I've never seen an objection keep the fucking testimony going on. Everyone on the mountain wanted to be the best. And they'll step on anyone to do it. That's just how it is.
Hold it!
I mean, would you? What? Would you step on someone to be the best? Obviously, if that's how things are done. Is that really how the roster racers are? Alright, what should I do with this? I gotta somehow prove that not everyone just wanted to step on anyone to do it. How do I do that? It could be that. It could be the homologation. Because that means that they're okay with it. Yeah, wait, I think it's this, because this is all about how it's like etiquette and fairness, and it doesn't matter.
Objection!
That's wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong. Oh! My first damage in the whole time I've played this. All of you... Okay, yeah. Wait, no, what? So what am I supposed to do with this? I clearly gotta do something with this. Could it be the last fatality? Fatality? It's a typo here. Was in 1981? No, I don't think so. Should I throw her problem right in there? I don't know what else to throw here. I don't have an idea this time around. A person? Or maybe it's these guys were on a... No, I don't think that's relevant. Okay, I don't know. I guess I gotta keep trying. This is the point where I gotta just randomly try shit.
Objection?
Question mark? Objection? Objection? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna press the rest of the statement and see if I get a better idea. Instead of just randomly objecting for now, I got 2 more lives. Let's go. Continue. 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 Alright, let's press these ones.
Hold it.
Your Honor, I must protest. This goes beyond mere opinion. It's a blatant accusation of guilt. I agree. Mr. Kamiyama, please refrain from making baseless accusations. This is a character assassination. Who knew Ryoko could be so vindictive? Still, she's angry, and angry people make mistakes. Maybe if we keep her talking, we'll get something we can refute with evidence. Okay, well that didn't help. But I'm pretty sure I gotta do something with that new statement that I just got. I'm about to game over, man. Everyone on the mountain wanted to be the best, and they'll step on anyone to do it. That's just how it is. Is that true, though? I don't think that's true. But how do I prove that? I don't know what to... Could it be this? These guys clearly don't want to be the best. They just want to chill and go on vacation and have a romantic time together. Is it going to be relevant here? I don't know. I'm just going to... I don't know what else I could possibly use here. I feel like I'm going for stretches here, and it's not... It feels bad. Just throw in the photo again. I don't know enough about this incident. I'm pretty sure that's something I gotta learn about in for the third case, and not now. Alright, whatever. I'll try it.
Objection!
Okay, that wasn't it either. Well, I gotta save scum. I think it's about time for me to save scum because I don't want to see the game over screen. It'd be a waste of time. Oh, I didn't save before I started randomly throwing out accusations, though. Guess I better just save. It doesn't help me at all, man. I don't know what to do. Maybe I should just wait until next episode to figure this out. I'm gonna be stuck here for a while, I feel like. Because I don't, like, this is one of those times where I just don't feel like there's any correct answer I can think of that makes sense. Should I just throw this fucking photo at them again? Because that would be really stupid if that was it. Alright, I'm just gonna try something really randomly right now. And if I game over, I'm just gonna end the episode and we'll continue next time. Alright?
Objection?
Okay, that's it. We lose. We lose. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, please leave a like down below. It helps me a lot. I will figure this out in the next episode. I'm stuck. I'm very stuck, and I'm very, very tired. So I'm going to end the episode here. I hope you guys all have a great day. And if you guys have an idea what it is, please let me know in the comments, because I don't know. I'm going to be thinking about it for a while. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, I hope you guys all have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya!